Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. My name is BizMatik and I'm back with another one for y'all. This time around, it's a video by Alexander Grace, right? It's called Men Are Islands, Women Are Boats. Right now, this video is very interesting just because it really aligns with how I feel about relationships and how I feel about life in general, right? So I don't really want to spoil the video before we watch it, but it's a very interesting video. That's why I wanted to watch it with y'all, and y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. And please go ahead and go subscribe to Alexander Grace, man. Great content over there. I guess it's so-called red pill content. I don't know, but yeah, let's watch it and we can go ahead and talk about it.
Many years ago, a community of men formed, calling themselves pickup artists, and they would swap advice with each other on the best way to meet and date women. To begin with, their advice mainly consisted of tips and tricks that would be used to enhance your status in social situations. Say this line to her, play this game with her, begin to physically escalate at this point. At the time, it was something of a revolution because it empowered men to take control of their own dating lives. As time went on, the techniques they employed became more and more sophisticated and refined, but ultimately it led to the discovery that if you really want to date a high-quality woman, it's not about saying this line or acting in this particular way. It's not about any trick that you can employ. It's about fundamentally changing your life. Not so that you appear to be confident and successful, but so that you are confident and successful. This is why, over time, the pickup scene has begun to look more and more like the self-improvement scene. The focus is now less on how to make women attracted to you, but how to become the best version of yourself, for which women being attracted to you is just the natural byproduct. Now,
and right there, he hit it in the head right there. I feel like a lot of the time men lose focus, right? Because I mean, I look, everybody's always talking about how many women they could get, how much this, how much that, and I feel like the key part that I was missing with all of that is the fact that you literally got to become somebody that's even worth that, right? And I feel like it even feels better when you build yourself to a point where you know that you don't have to keep fishing and not catch nothing. You ain't got to be desperate. You're just working on yourself and making yourself that guy. You feel me? Whether it's financially, whether with your body, with your game, with just your mental, like you should be focused on something that's gonna build your value as a person. It's just like working in any job. The more value you have, the higher you can go. So that's just how I always looked at it, and that's why to me, being successful is very important. Not to get women, more so for myself to know that I'm that guy. You feel me? So like a heartbreak is not gonna tear you apart. This is because you build yourself to the point that you actually have that self-esteem. You don't have to pretend. You know, I feel like a lot of guys, they pretend, and that's why there's Instagram, all the fake shit on Instagram, all this fake jewelry, all these dudes doing all this fake stuff because they feel like that's what women want, instead of really attaining it through hard work or a certain skill or making yourself somebody. They're like, fuck yeah, I could fake this shit. I could look like those guys without actually having to be those guys. And that was poison. And I feel like in the beginning, the pickup artist community, that's what they were teaching dweebs, how to just use like manipulation tactics, opposed to telling them, look, nigga, hit the gym. You feel me? Like, make yourself somebody and then girls are gonna want you. That's just how it works.
when you're a teenager, you are swimming in hormones, and it's quite natural for you to spend all of your waking and a lot of your dreaming life as well thinking about women, thinking about sex. But as you get older and wiser and you accumulate more experiences, you realize that women cannot be the focus of your life. The main
That's a
focus of your
fact.
life should be yourself. While there are many reasons for this, completely unrelated to women and dating, it is important that you understand that when you place women at the center of your world, they're not going to find that attractive. The more you chase, the more they run. Don't
That
believe
is a
me? Maybe you'll
fact.
believe this woman.
Well, I've been with the same guy for a very long time, but we did actually break up, and I had this other guy, and he was, completely just head over heels for me, and wouldn't even look at another girl, but it was too much, because he was just so overly clingy, overprotective, jealous, wouldn't let me go out, and it was just a little ridiculous, so I ended it with him.
So it wasn't like attractive to you, it was like repelling?
No, because you gotta let your partner be their own person still.
Her story is not unique. This pattern repeats itself again and again, over and over throughout the world. Men continue to make the same mistake. A man likes a girl, and so he starts focusing more and more attention on her. He's thinking about her all the time. He wants to spend all his time with her. He wants to be closer to her. But the more he does that, the more she's repulsed by that behavior and less attracted to him. For any young guys listening to this, you need to pay special attention. Stop focusing so much on women. I know you want to go on dates. I know you want a girlfriend. I know you want to have sex. But that's why you need to stop focusing on women, because they don't find that attractive. What I'm talking about is so important to understand. If you want to have women in your life, if you want to have relationships, if you want to have abundant sexual experiences, then for the moment, forget all the little seduction techniques, forget all the pickup artist stuff, forget all the little tips and tricks. We need to talk about the big picture. What I'm talking about is a fundamental shift in the way that you see the world. You need to ignore what your hormones are telling you to do. They're telling you to put women as the center of your world, that you should be focusing on women. Ignore them. You should be the focus of your world. You need to be your own center of gravity. I don't remember when I first heard it. There was something like 10 years ago. But I want to share the boat and island analogy because it's a fantastic way to understand how this world operates. You see, men are islands and women are boats. So what does this mean? Well, think of it this way. Every man lives alone on an island. He plants the trees that he likes. He builds the buildings that he wants. He spends his life shaping the island to be the perfect expression of his masculine creative energies. And he's happy there alone on his island. But women are not islands. They don't want to spend time by themselves, isolated, building their own lives. That's why women are boats. What they do is they hop on their boat and they sail through the water, ducking and weaving in between all of...
Let me stop him there. Well, I feel like modern day women are more so trying, they're not hardwired to do it, but because, of feminism and you could do it too, all this bullshit, they're trying to literally build islands. But they always end up still hopping on that boat and going to your island because women that are like super successful, they need somebody that's as successful or even more successful than them. So at the end of the day, you still gotta focus on yourself. There's no way out of it. There's no way out of doing the work. No tricks, no tactics, no nothing. You just gotta do your work. You just gotta make yourself somebody. That's just it. But when I say make yourself somebody, I'm saying if you want to date high quality women, anybody could just go out there and just smash whatever. If that's what you're into, that's great. But I'm talking about, I feel like most of the time, people who try to better themselves, who try to get to a certain level, they don't just want to smash chicks. They want to build an empire, right? You want to build an empire. You want to have this wife that you could depend on, these kids that's going to take over your business. Or you want to build something solid, right? So, so I just had to throw that in there. That a lot of these women these days, they'll tell you, look, I don't need no man. I built this whole thing by myself and boom, 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 boom. But
the islands, looking for one that looks enticing. If they see an island that they like, they'll dock their boat, they'll go on shore, and they'll live on the man's island for a little while. They'll try it out. If they like it, they'll stay. If they don't, they'll hop back on their boat and sail off again and try and find another island. What this means in the real world is that men are the ones who are creating the life that they want. You might find that one man's life is all about creating music, going on tour and expressing himself creatively. Another man's life is all centered around business, building up his company, making lots of money. Another guy's a hippie. He's all about living in a van, smoking weed all day, traveling around the world like a nomad. Now, a woman will sail into this guy's life and she'll try that hippie lifestyle. She'll live in a van, she'll travel around with him. And what she's doing is she's testing it out to see how well it fits with her. It's important you understand the distinction between men and women in this case, because she's not building her own life, she's just seeing how well she fits into his. If it's not a good long-term fit, then she's going to break up with him, and maybe she'll go off with the musician man or the businessman. She's had enough living on Hippie Island. She wants to hop back on her boat and see what it's like on some other island. This dynamic is what comes naturally to both genders.
This nigga dropping bars.
Complementary. Men are masculine. They're meant to be the leaders, the creators, the ones with the vision and dedication to achieving their life purpose in exactly the way that they foresee. Women are different. They have their own role. They're feminine and supportive. Deep inside herself, a woman knows that it's her feminine role to contribute her energy towards helping a man achieve his vision. So while she's sailing around the ocean on her boat, navigating the dating market, she's looking at all of these islands and she's asking herself, which one of these islands would be the best one to live on? Which one of these men would I most like to contribute my energy towards? Which one of these men am I best suited towards helping with my feminine energy, my feminine contribution? So you see, when you understand that women are not islands, they're boats, then you can understand the mistake that so many men continue to make. Men are failing in their masculinity because they're not focused on themselves. They're not focused on creating an amazing island, creating an amazing life. Those kinds of men are on their own boats, and they're failing so miserably because their time is spent following around the female boats. But that's why women ignore them. Women aren't looking for a man with a boat. Women want a man with his own independent life. Women are looking for a man on an island. Now, it does happen. Occasionally, a woman does take pity on one of these men and temporarily will allow him to hitch his boat to hers. But the relationship is doomed from the start because she's not going to be attracted to a man with a boat. He shouldn't be living on a boat. He should be living on an island. And eventually, she's going to feel the attachment between them as dead weight, as something that is slowing her down. And quite naturally, she's going to cut him loose. So if you take nothing else from this video, please internalize this message. When you are focusing on women, you are pushing your energy outwards, and that energy is repelling women. When you focus your energy inwards and you direct that energy towards yourself, creating your own life, creating your amazing island, that energy attracts women. So stop being a sidekick in your own story. This is your life. You are the main character. Once you've built your island, built your life exactly the way that you want it, women are going to start to arrive on their boats, all of them desperate to live there permanently. And then you'll be in the position to choose which one of them gets to stay. If this is something that you feel like you struggle with, how to have masculine focus in your life and how to make women attracted to you, book a one-on-one Skype session with...
Alright, go book a one-on-one with him. Anyways, look, people make it seem like it's very hard, especially in today's world, to get and attract women. You literally gotta just be doing your own shit, be in your own world, bro. That's all it is, man. The shit is not that difficult. Now, to attract the right woman, that's the difficulty. We keep talking about attracting women. Attracting women is not that hard. Attracting the right women, that's where it's difficult. And to me, that's what I'm about. I'm about attracting the right woman, right? For me, the right woman for me. Like just having a whole gang of bitches and a whole gang of hoes. They don't bring nothing. They come, they chill with you, they suck your energy, and then they dip. You feel me? And they go do that with whoever else, right? That I'm not with that at this point. This point, I'm trying to build my business, trying to build my life. But I feel like there's a lot of men who want that. They're like, yo, why aren't you taking advantage? Yo, these bitches really fuck with you like that. I'm like, well, you take advantage of that because that's what you're seeking. I'm seeking something great. I'm seeking like to put myself at a level where I'm truly comfortable with my accomplishments, the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm building. You feel me? That's where I'm at with it. Now, if I meet a woman that's like, all right, yeah, she's on that time too. She's on that same time, which I doubt it because women don't really get there until they're like a little bit older, you feel me? And I don't know. But anyways, this was just me. I feel like this video, a lot of young men need to watch this video and realize, look, your life is way bigger than just women, just chasing women. I know grown-ass men, that's all they still do. That's all they still do, and they have nothing going for themselves. But they make just enough money at their little 9 to 5 to be able to afford some J's, able to afford a nice little watch and some new outfits so they could go out there and get some girls. And then smash them and then do it all over again. And I don't know. I feel like to me that's just such an empty life. Like it's just chasing, and they're working hard as fuck to do it. Like I don't know. I couldn't do that. That shit could not have been me. But hey, we all different, right? We all different. But y'all let me know how you feel about the video in the comment section below. And you know, I'll see y'all in the next one. And you better be there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nigga building his island. Tough.